guys, welcome to a mini lesson for YouTube. This is taken from a 40-minute Rockabilly workout that I just put on Patreon, and I thought I'd just do like a little shortened version with 5 licks. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Okay, lick 1 in our little Rockabilly workout. So this first one, I thought we'd do some sweep picking if you're metal inclined, but raking as well. So some people call it sweep picking, some people call it raking. It's whatever you want to call it, really. So we're going to be in G. We're going to take the major triad, which is 3 on string 2, 4 on string 3, and 5 on string 4. I'm going to start with my right hand first, my picking hand, and show you what I'm doing here before we move to the actual notes. So the raking technique, the sweeping thing, it is just literally going down the strings like that. So you're not actually like picking, so if you like, sometimes you're doing your solo and you're picking individual notes. With this, it's like strumming, the guitar, strumming a chord or an arpeggio, that sort of thing. So you're just strumming down, raking down. And then the other thing as well, with my right hand, I am actually resting it on the bridge a little bit. So I am muting those strings as I go as well. Yeah. That's it. So that is the idea with the right hand then. So it's just brushing down, and when I then go to fret 5 on string 2, which I'm about to get to those notes, I just do 1 pick upwards, and that'll set me up then to go back down to repeat the sequence. Okay, so left hand then, like I said, it is just 3 on string 2, 4 on string 3, 5 on string 4, which is our G major triad. So all we're doing then, taking that information we had with our picking hand. So what I am doing, I am sort of putting my fingers down as I hit the strings to try and keep it clear. So I'm going, finger goes down as I hit it, and as I hit the next string, I lift that finger up a little bit to mute it, so it's not just going, so it doesn't just sound like a chord. Okay, so finger goes down as you brush down, then next finger goes down, and you lift that one, your ring finger up, and then move down again, and you got your first finger. Okay, once I get there, ring finger goes down to fret 5, I do a pick upwards, and then these are just all pull-offs. Just 5, 4, 3. So when we hit that 5 there, we're actually going into that, the 6. So we're going down, back, and then we just jump back to fret 5 again on string 4. Okay, and that is pretty much it, really. I think the only thing I'm doing different there on the 4th one, where I go to do those high notes, I hit fret 4 on string 3, and then my first finger's there ready to do fret 3. It's just one of those cool little licks. So that is the idea, and once again, just start off slow and speed it up, but that's the technique with it anyway. So that's our first one for our little Rockabilly workout. And just move it around. Okay, cool. Right, let's do the next one. Okay, lick 2 then. We're keeping it in G major again. We're mixing major and minor together. So the pattern we have here is just 3 on string 1, 5, 3 on string 2, and we're using 5, 4, 3 on string 3 and 5 on string 4. So we're mixing major with some minor. So if we go to the right hand then, before we run through the actual sequence, we've got the middle finger. It's going to be doing our little plucky bits, and then plectrum will be just picking down afterwards, and usually followed by a pull off as well actually. So we'll have middle finger, fret 3 string 1, then we're going to play fret 5 on string 2 with the plectrum and do a pull off to fret 3. And then plectrum will then move over and pick fret 4 on string 3, pick it down. Okay, so first finger, middle finger, and then first finger on fret 3, then middle finger does fret 4 on string 3, which then leaves you open to go back to fret 5 on string 2 with your middle finger and do the pull off again to fret 3. So we now have, and then we go back to fret 3 on string 2 but use our middle finger to pick it again. Okay, and then from there we just go minor pentatonic really. So we use our pick again and we play fret 5 on string 3 and do a pull off to fret 3 using our middle finger to our first finger, and then pick fret 5 with the plectrum on string 4 with your ring finger, and then we're going to use our middle finger on our picking hand to pluck the string at the end. And as you can see, your first finger is there already ready to play that note. So you pluck it and just do a hammer on, takes you back to the major. And that's what I was saying, because we're talking about you know, exercises and working on building up the speed and stuff, and that's what I do. I just take these patterns, try and use the same fingers every time, and just do it slow until you know you get the speed. And just move it around. And then just start to put more little bits in. Try and put more little bits in there from the pentatonic, major and minor and stuff like that, and just mess about with it. But that's the idea again. So, you know, that's a bit of a hybrid picking lick using major and minor, middle finger, doing some picking. Yeah, and just mess about with it. And like I said, if you've got any questions, guys, like you did last time, the reason this lesson is now happening is because a few people said about, you know, building up the speed and stuff. So same again, hit me up with any questions and we'll work through it. Okay, cool. Next one. Okay, lick 3 then, going back to a bit of a arpeggiated, sweeping, raking pattern again in G. This time we're up here using the G7th, and basically once again the idea is raking down with the right hand and then some up picks, so then you can carry on raking down again. So if I show you what the right hand is doing, we've got this pattern here. So we got 10, 9, 7 are the first 3 notes, which is G major. And all we're doing then, we're raking down those 3 strings. And they're actually all downstrokes there. And once again, right hand, I'm sitting on the bridge just a little bit, just to try and make it a bit more clear, because I don't want it to be sounding, you know, like a chord. I want some, you know, individuality between the notes. So that's the idea. So we've got that pattern. Same, I'm doing the same thing again. I'm lifting my fingers as I go, and I'm putting them down in correlation with the plectrum as well. So I remembered like first learning how to do that technique when I was all into my screaming guitar shredding stuff when I was a teenager, and yeah, just sitting there with the metronome and just being able to just actually do the raking technique itself was a pain, to be honest, but I just kept at it, and just keep going and just get used to just brushing that plectrum down across the strings. So we've got 3 brushes down. Then we're going to do, this is where the 7th comes in, so we're going to go like so on that 10, 9, 7, the plectrum then comes up, and we just pull off those 3 notes. And because I've done an upstroke with the plectrum, it then means I can then go down again to continue doing my rake up to the high E string. So up, and then I'm going to pick the same note again, pick it down, then I'm going to do 8 on string 2, then 7 on string 1, then I'm going to do an up again on fret 10 of string 1. Okay. Ooh. And then the last little bit, it's just 13, 12, 10, 13, 12, 10, and that would be G Mixolydian there. So, which, you remember, I've been talking about that scale recently. So that is just literally from that G root there would be 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5. But we're starting here, aren't we? Which is the same notes. But I'm not putting that fret 12 in. Oh. And that little section there, in my head, I'd sort of be picturing that, you know, like when we're moving into the 7th or something. Into the C7. Yeah. Okay. So that's the idea, really. I'll tell you what, it's actually trying to do it slow and try and pick the same way I would doing it fast is actually quite tricky. But yeah, it's got that sort of a slight jazziness to it as well. So that's a cool one as well. Okay, so let's go on to the next one then. Okay, next one then. Once again, going for a bit of a raking thing. By the way, they're not all like this. They're not all raking. There are some other bits and pieces as well. So this one, sticking with the G again. This time, using that major again that we had, but this one we'll come backwards. So we're going to just actually keep the strings dead and hit fret 5 on string 2. And with that, I'd actually use my little pinky on there, just because it's comfortable. And then, and that's as I'm raking, I pick that down, yeah, and then go to fret 1 on string, go to fret 3, sorry, on string 2, with my first finger, and that would be the start of me raking the other way. So I'd go 3, 4, 5. And then when I do 3 on string 4, that'll be a down again. Yeah. And once again, it's just that same thing, just doing it slow. Maybe just repeating a few of the notes at the same time. Raking down, raking up. Okay, and that's all it is really. And the coolest thing about these ones, you know, we can move all these around and put them into different keys and just drop those little licks in. And just mess about with them. Okay, right then, next one then. Okay, the next one then, once again in G, and we're just taking that typical sort of pattern, which I'm sure we all use, this little, yeah, which is just 3 on string 1, 4 on string 3, moving up, fret 5 on both strings, fret 6 on both strings, 7 on both strings. Okay, and it's just a cool one because you can move that into different keys again, and it's just a good one to practice a bit of hybrid picking with as well, and working on your left hand pull off technique and everything. So if we start on fret 6 on string 3 using your middle finger, and we're going to pick down with the plectrum, and then our middle finger for picking will then pick string 1 straight afterwards. And if you use your ring finger on fret 6 of string 1, okay, you'd have the first, okay, so from there we just move it up a fret. It's exactly the same pattern, 6, 6, 0, 7, 7, 0. Okay, and then just bring it back, 6, 6, 0, 5, 5, 0, and then 4, 3. Yeah, and always the same thing with the pick, is picking down every time, middle finger is plucking that first string with all the pull-offs. Okay.